everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for college football week 7 from Friday, October 15th to Saturday, October 16th, 2021. My name is Steve, and we're going to have 3 picks here for you that I think are great value bets for the college football slate this weekend. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support in the channel. If you are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Really helps us grow the channel. Also be sure to check out our community Discord as well. I'll post a link in the description and also in the comment section to that. It's a great place to connect with the community. A lot of great discussion about sports and different bets going on, so it's a great resource. We also have a couple of quick announcements here. We have our live stream coming up on Sunday Night Football in the NFL. That'll begin around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, so hoping to catch you all at that. And other than that, I think that's it for our announcements. Other than that, getting right into our comment capper section, we actually didn't have any that I saw in the chat from last week. So no comment cappers from last week that I saw. As far as our results from the stream last week, we went 2-2. We hit on the Baylor minus 2.5 spread versus West Virginia. Cashed that one. We also cashed the under 50.5 in the Michigan State Rutgers game. Then we missed on the Texas spread. We had Texas plus 3.5. We all saw the ending of that game. Absolutely nuts. And then we had Wake Forest covering a 6.5, and both those two losses were extremely close. Wake Forest had a 7-point lead with about a minute left, so we were in the money. And Syracuse drove the whole length of the field to put the game in overtime, and Wake still went on to win, but only won by 4 in overtime. And on the Texas game, it was tied. Looked like Oklahoma was going to kick the field goal, which means we still would have covered the spread. And the guy ran for an untouched 35-yard touchdown with about 5 seconds on the clock. So what can you do? Anyway, we get after it here this weekend, though. We want to get that 3-0. So getting right into our picks, at number 1, we are going with the Syracuse Orange plus 14.5 spread here versus the Clemson Tigers at minus 114 odds. So I know we bet against Syracuse last week, but we're not doing that this week. Not against Clemson. So far this year, Clemson has really struggled. Obviously, they already have 2 losses on the season. A lot of close games. Even some of the games they've won have been extremely close. Ugalele, the quarterback for Clemson, has not looked good at all. He's looked honestly terrible a lot of the season. And it's just, this offense has just really struggled to get anything going. They're 117th in all of college football in total offense there for Clemson, so they've been atrocious on the offensive side of the ball. Still 19th in defense, but even for the defense, not in the top 10. So really, both sides underperforming, particularly the offense, though, obviously. And as far as on the other side here for Syracuse, they've been competitive every single week. They've been close every week. They've had a good win, obviously, there over Liberty. And then they've lost the last 2 weeks, close games to Florida State and to Wake. Really easily could have won that game against Wake Forest. Wake Forest ranked 16th in the land. That was a game at home last week. And then against Florida State, same thing the week before. Very close down in Tallahassee there as well. So honestly, watching Syracuse, particularly their defense play, they've been very solid on defense. So I think they're not going to have any problem with Clemson, to be honest with you, as far as on that side of the ball. And then their offense has actually gotten a spark here with Schrader at quarterback. He's been very solid, very efficient, could really run the football. And honestly, I think he could throw the ball a little bit better than Tommy DeVito as well. So he's really given Syracuse a big spark, despite the fact that they haven't won the last couple weeks. They've been so close. This is a week, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Syracuse straight up won this game, especially with the way Clemson is trending right now at the Dome. That Dome's going to be rocking on Friday night. You could bet your money on that. And just that atmosphere alone and that Syracuse defense will keep this game close for sure, without anything else. You throw in an offense that could get a couple drives together, Syracuse will have a shot in this game. I really do believe that. So far for the year, Syracuse, ranks 21st in total defense. That's comparable right now to Clemson, and 59th in total offense. So they really have not been that bad. Like I said, they've been very close, and they're capable. They've beaten Clemson at the Dome before. It wouldn't surprise me if they did it again. But we're going to take the spread here. Take it there for your number 1 pick. Syracuse plus 14.5 spread versus the Clemson Tigers at minus 114 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we are rolling with the Nebraska Cornhuskers minus 3.5 spread here versus the Minnesota Gophers at minus 104 odds. So Nebraska's another one of these teams that has been so close so far this season in a lot of big games. Nebraska's been within one possession of Oklahoma, Michigan State, and Michigan, all ranked. They're near the top of college football. Nebraska's been close in every game. So far in the season, 44th in total defense, 13th in total offense. So I like that. Taylor Martinez, very solid quarterback. And, coming into the season, Nebraska had a lot of expectations, and they've just been so close. They've been so close to really making it big and winning a couple of these huge games and just haven't been able to quite get it done. This game, though, against Minnesota, I believe they are deserving of being the favorite. I believe they are definitely the better team here coming in. Minnesota already has a loss on the season to Bowling Green and, just barely beat Miami of Ohio. So they've honestly really underperformed this season overall. Despite the fact I know they beat Colorado, but, when I look back on that, Colorado's not really that great of a football team. The Ibrahim injury, the starting running back to start the season there against Ohio State, got injured in that game. That's a huge injury, especially for this offense. It's showing itself. Minnesota's 110th in total offense, which is really surprising when you consider the fact they have quarterback Tanner Morgan. Tanner Morgan was, he was up there in the upper echelon of college quarterbacks a couple years ago, back in 2019, if you do recall. And he has really fallen off. Very inconsistent lately. And especially without that running game now, that offense is really going to struggle against a very solid Nebraska defense. Minnesota defense has been pretty solid on the season, but, they really haven't gotten tested the way that they're going to get tested here with Taylor Martinez. I think he's really going to lay it down on them. Just like Ohio State did to Minnesota there in week 145. I don't think it'll be that bad, obviously. Nebraska won't score that many. But they'll definitely score enough to cover this spread. So I love it there for our number 2 pick. Nebraska Cornhuskers minus 3.5 spread versus the Minnesota Gophers at minus 104 odds. Okay, and finally at number 3, we are rolling with the under 42.5 points in the Purdue-Iowa game at minus 110 odds. So look, this line is a little bit scary, right? I don't usually love taking lower unders, meaning unders that are below 45 points. But in this particular matchup, we got two defenses that rank inside the top 10 as far as scoring defense. 3rd for Iowa, 8th for Purdue. I like that. And then as far as for total yard, we got 8th here for Iowa and 14th for Purdue. So I love that, obviously. And then, offensively, we're not looking at two very good offenses either. We're looking at one of the worst offenses in all of college football with Iowa, ranking 120th out of 130 teams. That is not good, obviously. So, Spencer Petras, I like the quarterback for Iowa, but he's still got a little bit to go. They're not a very efficient offense at all. They're a grind team. They play hard defense. They can run the ball. They could occasionally beat you with Spencer Petras, but it's not going to be something that happens that often. And then Purdue, 57th in total offense. That's not bad, but it's no match for this Iowa defense. So Iowa, I don't think we'll have any problem with them. That secondary will have no problem with them. The only thing I'd be scared of in this game, honestly, is defensive touchdowns. Defensive and special teams touchdowns. As long as we can avoid those, I think we cash this easy. That's the only thing that gets you sometimes with bets like these, because it is a low under. It's not a big under, obviously. So it is a little scary, but I still do like it because, like I said, these defenses are both very, very good. And like I said, with Spencer Petras, not quite there yet, right? He still has a little bit of work to do. Like I said, I like him, but he's not going to torch you either. And this is a Big Ten game. This is a huge game in the Big Ten. Two pretty solid teams here in the Big Ten. Expecting a dogfight here. It's going to be a defensive game, just like Iowa, Penn State was last week. We're going to see a lot of that here with Iowa and Purdue, I believe. So take it there for your number 3 pick. The under 42.5 points in the Purdue-Iowa game at minus 110 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks for today. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're trying to reach 725 subscribers here by the end of the week. Also, be sure to check out our community Discord. It's a great resource to connect with the community and also get some great ideas for bets. Had a lot of great discussion going on in there, so be sure to check that out. We also have our live stream coming up on Sunday Night Football starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be for the game between the Seahawks and the Steelers. Really looking forward to that. We'll have a fun time at that. And then I think that's it. Other than that, be sure to also place your favorite pick down below in the comment section if you want to be included in our comment capper section. Be sure to put either a star or an asterisk next to your pick, though, so I know what your official pick is. Try to make it one official pick. You can put as many picks in the chat as you want, obviously, but if you want like an official pick that you feel the best about, put a star or an asterisk next to that, just so I could sort it easy, and so it's easy for me to keep track of. Okay, other than that, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Peace out.